When you think of defensive legends in the NFL, Ray Lewis is sure to come to mind. Today, I'll be informing you a little about this great man and the accomplishments he has made throughout his life. I am going to be going over his earlier life, his college career, and also his time with the Baltimore Ravens. There are many great things that Ray Lewis has accomplished throughout his career. He was truly a special player. To get us started today, I'm going to be going over the early life of one of the NFL greats. Ray Anthony Lewis was born with the name Ray Jenkins on May 15, 1975, in Bartow, Florida. Lewis's earlier years weren't always so stable. His mother had him at an early age of 16, and his father was absent for most of his younger years. He was the older brother to 4 younger siblings, so without a father around, he quickly took role as man of the house. He helped his sisters fix their hair and made sure his younger brother went to daycare on time. He was disgusted with the actions of his father and the lack of contact that he switched his last name from Jenkins to Lewis after his mother's boyfriend at the time, before entering Kathleen High School. During his time in high school, he was an exceptional wrestler and football player who overcame his smaller size by bringing his intensity and his unmatched instincts to the field. During his 4 years in high school, he led his squads to many state and city titles in wrestling and football both. In the year 1992, Ray Lewis received a scholarship to the University of Miami, which at the time was one of the best football programs in the nation. He quickly became a key player to the Hurricane defense, and he is now 5th all-time for tackles at the university. At the end of his junior year, he became runner-up for the Butkus Award as the best linebacker in the nation. In his last 2 seasons with the team, he led the Big East in tackles. And he decided not to go back to college for his final year. Instead, he entered the draft and was selected the 26th overall pick by the first-year team Baltimore Ravens. He did eventually enter back to college at the University of Maryland in 2004 to finish his degree in arts and science. Ray Lewis's time with the Baltimore Ravens is nothing short of legendary. He brought his intensity and his instincts to the field and to the locker room for his teammates. He spent his entire 17-year career with the Ravens because he said there was nowhere else he would rather be. The years 2000 and 2003, the league named Ray Lewis the Defensive Player of the Year, which makes him only the 6th player in history to win this award multiple times in your career. In the year 2000 was arguably Ray Lewis's best season because he led the Ravens to a Super Bowl victory and was MVP of the game. The year 2000 was one of the best years for the Ravens as a whole. They had 4 shutouts, and they broke records for the fewest rushing yards allowed in a game and the fewest points allowed in a game in a 16-game season. Lewis carried his team and brought his intensity all the way into his 30s. But in the year 2012, he started to slow down from a tricep injury he had received. The Ravens were having an on and off year in 2012. So when Ray Lewis announces he was going to retire at the end of the year, it sparked the Ravens. They went to the playoffs and they had some big wins over the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. On February 3rd, 2013, Ray Lewis played his final game in New Orleans, Louisiana against the San Francisco 49ers. They beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl, 34-31, so Ray Lewis got to end his career with 2 Super Bowl victories. I hope you enjoyed learning about Ray Lewis. It was an honor for me to talk about the man I watched growing up playing football. I taught you about what molded him to be the man he was, how well he did in college to end up where he was going to be in the NFL, and the many great things he did in the NFL and all of his accomplishments.